everybody, I'm Kombucha Kev, and with this video I'll be going through the process of hooking up a Corny Keg to Nitro. So in my last video I just kegged up a batch of cold brew coffee, and now I'll put it on Nitro, but it's pretty universal, so maybe you have kombucha or beer that you want hooked up to Nitro. It'll follow the same process from here, but if you're interested in learning how to make cold brew, check out that other video. I think first off I wanted to start with the kegerator system. So you might be familiar using CO2 and the CO2 type faucet. If you're looking to try out Nitro, you'll need to get a stout faucet. So it's this kind of like conical shape here. And basically this faucet has this little disc with little holes in it. So when the Nitro forces the liquid through it, it makes it really foamy and creamy. A little different from these faucets that are really wide-mouthed and give it more of like a bubbly type consistency. So yeah, like I said, this is a stout type faucet. I actually added this on with this tower extension. So, a lot of people get these 2-tap kegerators, but you can convert it to a 3-tap with this extension, provided it would fit within your kegerator. So check out to see if you have space before you do that. Otherwise, I'll take you over to the regulator now. All right, so here's my regulator for Nitro. So the one thing to point out is if you are using CO2, Nitro will take a different type of regulator. So you'll want to make sure you get the right kind for Nitro. A lot of like the air gas stores or local brew supply shops carry them. They also often carry the food grade nitrogen canisters that you'll hook up to the regulator. But otherwise it works the same way as a CO2 regulator. You'll open up the valve and then you'll set your PSI on the regulator, open up the switch to the tubing, and then it's pretty much the same as CO2 from there. So that's pretty much the Nitro and regulator setup. I'll now hook up my keg to the Nitro. All right, so here's my keg of cold brew coffee I just kegged. Here's the Nitro line coming from that regulator I just showed. I'm going to hook it up to my carbonation lid. And then this is the outlet that will come out of that stout faucet I showed earlier. So I'll put that on the out. All right, so I have the Nitro going into the keg. I opened the valve coming from the regulator, so that's starting to run through right now. I always like to take a cup or a bowl or something and run a little bit of Nitro through the faucet just to get the water and stuff out that I used to clean my lines earlier. All right, so there's my coffee that I just kegged. Like I said, I just hooked it up to the Nitro, so it probably needs a day or two before it gets that nice foaminess. So I'll do a video once that is looking good. All right, so I've had my Corny Keg full of cold brew coffee hooked up to Nitro at 50 PSI for about a day and a half now. So I'm going to give it a pour and see how it looks. There it is. Looks great. It's a nice dark cold brew coffee color. I like the foamy head at the top, about a 1/4 inch or about a 1/2 inch or so. So just the way I like to have it. It looks perfect. So yeah, cheers. I hope you enjoyed and I hope this video helped.